Good evening, everybody. It is 10:15. Punch in and welcome to episode 28 of the NXT Night Shift. I am 1/3 of the Indie Wrestling Guide podcast, and tonight, live from the set of Firing Line, helmed by the incisive and articulate William F. Buckley Jr., the show fearlessly tackled the most pressing socio-political matters of the day, a trailblazer by all accounts. Firing Line set the standard for political talk shows, leaving a legacy that resonated throughout the 70s and beyond. I am Jay Gold, and with me, as always, someone who definitely won't be leaving for CMLL when his contract is up. The brother Ray Deadly to my Bubba Ray Dudley. The Kennedy to my Anderson. The Ash by Elegance to my Dana Brooke. The Mortos to my Black Taurus. The oh my God, Tito Ortiz is in the impact zone. It is the other half of the night shift, the host of the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. It is Mr. OTM. It's the boss man. It's Kyle.
Hey, everyone. Checking in here. NXT Showdown. We thought we'd be a little bit more lively, but as we will talk about, there were things that we liked, not many, and there's some things we disliked during this show. But hey, how you doing, my friend?
Yo, I'm good. It is Showdown Day. We have been looking forward to TNA Invasion for quite some time. This brings back so many good memories of TNA. I remember the days of TNA on Spike TV trying to go against Monday Night Raw. Oh, my God, Hulkster. I remember Wednesday night shows on Fox Sports. I remember pay-per-views only. TNA seemed to have captured the imagination of a whole generation in the mid-2000s. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Abyss, Elix Skipper, the Flying Elvises, Beer Money, Motor City Machine Guns, Samoa Joe, the Beautiful People, TNA on Spike, TNA on Destination Hee Haw, or whatever it was called, Impact Wrestling, the Main Event Mafia, God Bless Dixie Carter, Jeff Jarrett, and Global Force Wrestling. The list of our happiest times goes on and on. I am so grateful that TNA survived this long. I just want to say, from the night shift, a sad goodbye to the leader of Legado de Fantasma. Godspeed, Santos Escobar. We here at the night shift were big fans and definitely thought there was more to do with that family. As we say, let's pick a side, Kyle. TNA or NXT, fly your flag. Tune in to CW11 and let's go live to the great state of Indiana, home of the Beef and Boards Dinner Theater located on Michigan Road in Indianapolis, Indiana. And now, home of Mark Sanchez, the dumbest Jets quarterback of all time, spending time in Indiana's fine incarceration system. We are bringing the DX tank, tapping on the garage door, invading the Performance Center and landing at Showdown. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Welcome to the Wrestling Road Trip. It is the NXT Night Shift. Kyle, I don't know how we're even going to get into this tonight. I am torn by all we saw tonight. I don't know if I'm disappointed. I don't know if I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of words I'm searching for, too, to kind of summarize this show as a whole, because I think going into it, the vibes were high, right? And I mean, even online, I feel like a lot of people were excited for Showdown. And the crowd was hot to start. Like, I thought the actual crowd there at Full Sail, not Full Sail, right? It's the Performance Center.
Yeah.
At the Performance Center was hot and ready to go. But the action to start was not hot. It was quite the opposite, actually. But to me, I think we were kind of just expecting something crazy, and it just felt like another NXT episode. That's all it was.
And it didn't even feel like a very special NXT episode, which is what the problem was tonight, and we'll get into it as we go. I just want to say the intro that they did was wild. I loved the TNA intro that they did. Yeah, you're right. Changing it from you're 100% right about that change.
It made it more tame.
It was not a good change. I understand why they did it, but it was still not a good change.
Political move, right? That's why they did it.
Yep. And I think, it is what it is, but you could have still made it the same way. You could have used the word invasion everywhere. You didn't have to just call it Showdown, but then say they invaded. It's fine either way, but it was more disappointing than I would have liked. And
do you think it would have benefited going to like a big venue and treating it like an actual PLE?
Yes, give it more than 4 matches. You should have had that Cardona match should have been on this card.
And Blake Monroe should have been on the card at some point.
I mean, TNA has a lack of women's wrestlers, so that was tough, but they do not have a lack of men's wrestlers, so you could have found several different areas.
Who said TNA won?
Oh, No, it was a draw. Who said TNA won?
Yeah, and I don't think anybody said TNA won, Kai. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a little late over there, so maybe you misheard us.
He's coming back, he said, from his first day of a new job just to jump on the night shift. Kind, my man. I was looking for you later.
Oh, he's talking about Matt Fish. Well, I mean, he's saying he's a TNA guy. That's all they did.
To him, they did. Oh, okay. All right, enough. Fish. So speaking of giant disappointments, I think we have a phone call before we get into our other stuff.
Oh, I didn't even notice that the phone lines were lighting up. You know, sometimes I forget we have this thing on.
Yeah, yeah.
Once again, he's here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Stan from Burlington calling into the night shift. Stan, how you doing?
Stan.
Hi, it's me, Stan, from Burlington. I don't know if you remember me.
We do.
Hi, Stan.
Oh, well, I sure am glad to see this show wasn't preempted by the government shutdown. I mean, I know that may sound silly, but I don't think it's absurd to think that there is some black ops CIA operation subject to government funding that could be subsidizing this show. All three of us, Jay Gold, Kyle, me, Stan, from Burlington, with the purpose of mollifying a few hundred ne'er-do-well wrestling fans for an hour a week so that the Defense Department can maneuver troops without some fat neckbeard staring at the radar on his computer going, "Oh, I need to tweet about what Trump's doing." I mean...
Sounds about right.
I mean, what do you really think not Matt Fish does in his spare time? Fucking incel?
Come on now, Stan. We don't even... Come on, that's Matt.
Stan, my God.
Speaking of shutdowns, and no, this is not a Mark Sanchez joke, but someone should really consider shutting down Jay Gold's New York Jets permanently.
Yeah.
That team is terrible. And it always feels like there's a flood coming just to wash them away. Hey, you know what? That reminds me of a song. You guys like the band Crosby, Stills, Nash?
Oh, I love them.
They have a great song. It's called Wasted on the Way. No, not like Jay Gold walking down the steps to his basement to come do this show. But it's a beautiful song. It goes like this.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, when you were young, did you question all the answers? Did you envy all the dancers who had all the nerve? Look around you now. You must go for what you wanted. Look at all my friends who did and got what they deserved. Wow. So much time to make up everywhere you turn. Time we have wasted on the way. So much water moving underneath the bridge. Let the water come and carry us away.
Oh, Stan, that's
hey, is Mr. Cincinnati there?
No, he's not here. Nope.
Oh, that's too bad. I like him. And I like Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jay Gold.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but Cincinnati is home to the Ingalls Building, a historic landmark and the first reinforced concrete high-rise structure in America. Before this remarkable building was constructed, the tallest concrete building in the entire world was only 6 stories high. This is 16. Concrete is weak when subject to pulling, and engineers feared a higher structure would risk collapsing under its own weight or wind loading. You know what else is weak? Kyle's material and prep for this show. Okay, gotta go. Bye.
What in the hell?
I didn't see that one coming. It came out of left field, but hey,
mean.
He got me.
Stan, thank you.
He was coming for not Matt Fish too in the comment section.
He always comes for Fish. I don't know why. He goes after Fish.
Yeah, and Mr. Cincinnati. Yeah, Mr. Cincinnati did beat Dawkins this weekend. Yes, he did. You know,
he got the title anyway. Stan, thanks. So we get through the intro and we start off with what I thought was going to be probably the match of the night, the Hardys and Dark State, with as far as I think Dark State has come, and it just shows me how far they have to go. Okay, like
you take 2 steps forward, you got 1 step back right here, because I mean there might be multiple steps back on this match, because talk about a disconnect.
I have this match was a mess. There was a million different missed spots, and you had the Dudleys in the crowd and the TNA owner with with the what's it called? The hat on that says TNA.
That's the problem of all this. This is centered around a Hardys versus Dudley match happening at a TNA pay-per-view. This is 2025. No disrespect to the Dudleys and the Hardys. I don't give a fuck.
No.
I don't.
I have on my thing. They keep calling them the Hardy Boys. They're 51 and
boys.
48.
Yeah, what?
Yes.
They're twice my age. They should be in the retirement home next. I mean, and this match wasn't their fault. This isn't even the Hardys' fault. This match was bad. Just Osiris had an off night. I don't even think it was Dion Lennox's fault. I think just it was Osiris that had a couple missed spots there.
He looked terrible. Maybe.
Was the lights too bright? The moment too,
saying.
Yeah,
I
too much
that.
for them too soon.
Yeah, you have to be reminded that
he does have the Rob Lowe shield hat. He does,
yes. But you have to be reminded that this is the Performance Center. But oh boy, I don't want to be reminded on a night that it's supposed to feel gigantic, right? Like, guys.
And we talked about it last week. This was a big match for Dark State. We thought they were going to go over and get a moment. Yep. Now I kind of agree with putting the titles on the Hardys because Dark State obviously is not ready for this moment.
It was I think maybe if Saquon Sugars was in there, but I will say this match was a mess. I feel like they went home a little early, but Jeff Hardy gets the win with the Swanton and the Matt Hardy. But okay, they hit all their nostalgic acts. Now everybody gets to see them. They love them, and they're going to see them now on TV, NXT TV every week, right? So
cool.
Yeah, that's fine. But
you're playing the hits at this point.
Yeah, and that exposed the NXT's tag team division because that was supposed to be their, they're the guys who got it, and now, oh my goodness, where does Dark State even go from here?
So apparently OTM, the fake OTM, is having main event matches already. So it sounds like maybe they're out of NXT. Other than Chase U and Hank and Tank, is there a tag division outside of Dark State?
I don't think so. Yeah.
So it's like at this point, we're here in 2025, almost 2026, by the way, and the Hardys are in their 50s, and they're the best option to be the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, it is. It's not good. That was, yeah. It is. It is not good. I don't know. He's right.
Maybe it's just an off night.
But Kine is 100% right there. I mean, they did not. It was not something that was delivered properly tonight, and I felt bad. And I was very uncomfortable, and it kind of screwed up the beginning. So,
how do you even recover at this point? Because now the Hardys have both sets of titles. Does Dark State just get a rematch for both titles again?
Yeah. I don't know what you're not supposed. You're not supposed to put those titles on the line. So I would assume TNA maybe no because the Dudleys are wrestling them. I'm assuming you don't give the belts to the Dudleys.
Oh, hell no.
Just so they all have all the titles, right?
The Hardys is a stretch, but going to the Dudleys route, I don't think we've seen Devon wrestle in 20 years.
No, you're right. And even when he wrestled solo as he got older, he wasn't the same guy. Yeah, he wasn't the same guy.
I mean, the Hardys aren't the same either, but they're playing the hits and the crowd still enjoys it. So I see why they still get
super professional. Yes. They made it all work. It was super professional.
It wasn't their fault.
No, and it kind of started the night off wrong for me. And then we get into
a dark night for Dark State, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And then we get into the women's match. Okay. All right. Look. We said I didn't like the TNA team to begin with. Okay? There's just nothing. Oh, did he? And he's going to wrestle?
That's scary. Hopefully it all goes well.
Whatever happened to his boys, his sons? They were twins, right? Did they ever wrestle anywhere or no?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything. I saw Mark Henry's kids at Oklahoma now, though.
Yeah, we had Shelby Wilder on the IW Guide, and he did some training at the Dudley's place down in Florida.
That name sounds familiar. I feel like
Shelby Wilder?
I've listened to that interview or I've seen him before. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always on our show. He's great. Yeah.
Okay, that's probably why I know the name.
Yeah. Anyway, so we go to the Fish is quick with the one-liners. We go to the women's match, and I'll be honest, and I said we didn't like the women on the TNA side. They have a lack of knockouts right now, a lack of women wrestling, and it was a sloppy mess. There was a lot of, and I'm going to say this because I think this was the mistake for both Survivor Series matches, having the wrestlers as the refs when it's such a hectic environment. I can understand you have a wrestler as a ref for a one-on-one, but to referee a 4-on-4 Survivor Series match,
elimination. Yeah,
I think that was a little bit over Jordynne Grace's head, because that match, the counts were terrible. I didn't know when the eliminations happened. I didn't know when the tap outs happened. They were falling all over each other.
You're right.
It was not a good match.
You're 100% right. Yeah. And I told you off the record that before the commercial break, I was enjoying it. Like, they had some fun spots. Soul hitter, usual outside dive to, go into the commercial break,
which was awesome.
But then after it got chaotic, like you said. It's like, even for a normal referee where it's their job to do this, they probably struggle in those style of matches too. Like you were saying, with Jordan being out there, it just made things confusing.
There's a lot to remember. Pacing. Yeah, yes. I'm sure she had to remember a lot of those finishes.
I swear, the only TNA knockout in this match was Mara Sade almost knocking herself out, missing that dive. What the fuck? That was... man, I felt bad because she was hyping herself up. She was in the corner like, yeah, let's go. I'm back. Yeah. Nope. Straight on the mat.
It was ugly, and it was sloppy, and unfortunately, when you lead off with two matches like that, and here's the other problem: the nostalgia of the Iconics coming out to their music, all that kind of things. I get
it didn't hit with the current crowd.
Yeah, I don't.
It hit with me. Like, I popped for it because that was my era of NXT. But the current audience doesn't get down with Iconics like that.
Yeah,
and they almost are too old at this point. I think Jay Gold, like, too outdated from WWE for them to care.
Yes. Yeah, they've been, and because Cassie's already had a child, so she's been gone so long that she started a family and came back and went to TNA. I don't know how many people remember her for that long.
True. Like, it's been a while. And there's a lot of new fans since that 2023, 2024 surge of wrestling we had when, it was heating up for WrestleMania 39 and 40.
Yeah. And you know what? Kind's next comment, by the way, if you show that one, he's right. Because they didn't do anything. If you're going to have them referee and kind of be torn,
that is a good point. Yeah. They didn't affect the matches in any way. There was no shadiness happening. It just
shouldn't even great.
They called it down the middle. Yeah,
right. They didn't even throw hands. Nothing.
They didn't even hint towards anything.
None of the wrestlers even put their hands on the refs, and the refs were the wrestlers. Like, what are we doing?
Like, at least tease that Jordan maybe is going to side with Kalani because she's by herself, and Jordan spent so much time in TNA. Mm-hmm. That would make sense. Or Joe Hendry maybe is going to turn on TNA and side with NXT because they're the ones that are going to be paying his future paycheck. Like, do something different. It just, you hype this up. It's a big event. Showdown, TNA versus NXT. We haven't seen it in years. It's just another NXT show.
And not a very good one, the first two matches. And so we
get
done.
I'll give you on that.
Yeah, we get done with that. We get through the different eliminations. Actually, the back fist that Lola gave to Cassie was very
clean.
Good. Yep, and Sol Ruka's Soul Snatchers, of course, right on the money.
She's the best thing in that women's division.
I was just going to say, she is absolutely the star and can do anything. She can do anything.
I hate to dog Great Brown Hope, but when he said, I just don't see the Sol Ruka hype, that's the one where I just have to shake your head and go, come on, figure it out, brother.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's ridiculous.
It's right there in front of you.
And I love GBH's takes on almost everything, and I cannot understand the...
I'm sure he's not alone either, but I'm with you.
I don't get it. And then JC Jane also, I really do like her. She's really starting to become a champ. But Kalani Jordan is a very weak champion right now. And Cassie and what's her name? I forgot the other one's. What's the other one's name?
Jessie.
That's right. Yeah. Jessie McKay or whatever.
Yeah, McKay.
They're great as a nostalgic. They are not tag team champions. They're not really the wrestlers that I wanted in. There was just, and unfortunately, it did, as we said last time and we said last week. It exposes TNA's women division as very weak. Even with Dana Brooke out,
Yeah, that hurt. That really put them in a precarious spot too.
Dude, I watched a video today of Mickie James appearing. It was 14 years ago. She appeared on TNA television for the first time, and Miss Tessmacher involved. Yes, Miss Tessmacher introduced her. One. Yeah, and she was yelling at Victoria. Remember what's her name? Victoria. Yeah,
Victoria.
And the one who's married to Josh Matthews, the little one who's always in TNA winning. Madison Rayne.
Yeah.
And then in the ring behind them was the Beautiful People. And I'm like, look at this division. Those six women in general would have
night and day from today.
Yes. And now look at what TNA is putting out there as a women's division, and it is littered with NXT talent. And unfortunately, the NXT talent isn't ready yet for that kind of stage. The women you put in there, they're not ready.
I agree. I also think that the Ash by Elegance injury probably did throw a big wrinkle into this match, because you have to assume that probably one of, if not both, of the Elegance girls, Heather and would have been in there. And I think that's probably why the inspiration kind of got pushed into it, and maybe Mara Sade got pushed into this match.
You're telling me that you don't have one other singles women wrestler that could have been in that match besides
Xia Li, whatever
Xia
her
Li,
name is.
Steph DeLander.
Yeah. Right. Steph DeLander has experience on TV.
And she has tons of indie experience. She can wrestle in any environment. Like, you're telling me that was your answer?
Cardona. Mm-hmm.
And nobody
had options.
No one even knows the name Mara Sade. They knew her as Jakara Jackson, and then you make her Mara Sade, and everyone's like, who cares?
Now she's doing OnlyFans with Cora Jade and Mandy Rose.
Oh, hey-oh. And you know what? You know what?
Stan, don't get any ideas.
Stan's got to make sure he has his other his Cora Jade fan club stuff all set up. But what?
Hey, Charlotte is all those, by the way. Just saying, Charlotte is incredible, main evented and a multi-champion. So.
Yeah, but she's also just now she's a vet. Like, she is just. She was
she's an OG.
Yeah, like, but you're telling me that that's where you wanted to go, Mara Sade over any other TNA talent. I have a problem with that, and that's on them. So that's
Finish
fine.
was weak too.
Yeah, and we're not normally this negative. I think I'm just very disappointed. No. I think I'm very disappointed in what we were going to see tonight.
And that's the overall energy I think we're both giving off tonight. And it usually isn't like this. We usually are having a blast talking about NXT. It's probably because last week was fun. Like, it built up so well to this show to make it feel like a big PLE. And then it just kind of was like, here we are.
And you know what's funny, Kyle? You didn't watch the original Invasion pay-per-view. No. The one, so the original Invasion pay-per-view with WCW, ECW, right? But that pay-per-view also was this bad. Like the Invasion angle that they ran in the early 2000s with WCW, ECW, and WWE, there were so many angles they could have went with. Like, when ECW turned on them, all the wrestlers in ECW were in the ring getting ready to fight WCW, and they all turned on the WWE people, and you were like, oh my God. However, if you just would have separated them into three companies, you would have had some crazy Invasion, ECW versus WCW. Here is the same way. I just don't think if you're protecting a brand, and I think AEW does this well, but not great. Forbidden Door works on occasion. Some matches work, some don't. You know what's coming. Yeah. But I just don't think the wrestling business is a supercard invasion / two companies, regardless of who owns them. When you're protecting your brand, it doesn't work on the indies and it doesn't work on television. Invasions just don't work.
There's a way it can work, but egos get in the way.
Well, that's why it can't work.
It can, but nobody's going to push their ego to the side.
Yeah, and I mean, we go through it too with Butters and the IW Guy title. We understand, there has to be a spot for it. We understand certain companies won't put the belt on because they're not. That's not what. Why would I bring on your belt and devalue mine? Right? I think that's always what the promoters say, and I think that's what you run into on television. Is that no matter who owns it, even if WWE owned TNA, they're not letting TNA go over their guys. Just not doing it. It doesn't matter. Like, you're not getting what you paid for. You're not. It's just not AAA. It's not going to happen. You're not getting, Psycho Clown over Roman Reigns. It's never going to happen.
I don't think that's the point of it, though. The point's not to take another brand and make it elevate higher than the WWE. Like, why would they want another brand to outshine their brand? That's
what I'm saying. That's why even these smaller shows are difficult, because NXT is their brand. Even the smaller value, proposition of we're going to do a small 2-hour Invasion show is difficult to come up with a winner when you're like, I don't know. Do I want to let my brand take a beating here? Like, it's hard. It's hard to do.
Well, that's why probably we get a tie tonight.
And and I get it. And no, I don't know if I would call it good. Shane McMahon was great in his role, but I would never call the Invasion. I thought it was all messed up. Everyone who talked about the Invasion talked about how Vince really did not want to do that. As cool as it sounded, he also never had the talent he wanted. Like, we didn't have in TNA the Joe, we didn't have Daniels, we didn't have AJ Styles, we didn't have, Beer Money. Like, you want an Invasion angle to have the big names that brought the company to prominence. So WCW, we didn't have Goldberg. We didn't have at the time of the angle. We didn't have Goldberg. We didn't have Steiner. We didn't have. You had Booker T. You had Buff Bagwell. You had Chronic. Like, it was ridiculous. Yeah, you had to wait out all these contracts. That's what it is here. We didn't have the TNA guys that we really deserved.
Yeah.
And if Trick Williams wasn't on television on TNA all the time, then maybe Trick versus Santana would feel gigantic, right? But it doesn't because they've already locked up. Kazarian on TV. Now Kazarian's a little bit past, so I don't know.
Kazarian's giving off major Unk vibes when he's on TV with that
is.
bronzer on him. Oh man,
I love him.
How do you do, fellow kids? That's what I feel like when I see Kazarian.
He was on WWE Velocity back in the day with like Brian Kendrick and Paul London and all the.
Oh my lord, those are some names right there.
Before you even started watching, he was with Kid Cash.
Before wrestling was
Jamie
even a
Noble.
thought.
Yeah, before you didn't believe it was real until 2011. So.
So I believe there were moments when I was actually like a child, because I do have like old Jax figures that I did maybe watch it. I just don't recall watching it, if that makes sense. Yeah. 2011 is like when I really caught on.
Yep. That was they did, by the way. That's true. They told Kazarian when he was on Velocity to cut his hair and he left.
Wow, some people just want to hold on to those precious locks, huh?
Listen, Kyle, you and I, we would do anything for those locks again.
I'm good now. I'm good with that.
Well, you've adjusted well now.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, so we finished that Mets, and we go to I thought Cardona and Ava had a good interaction. I was laughing at that before we got to with him and
I don't know how Cardona's able to make matches in NXT when he just lost to Big Trouble Ben Bishop this weekend. Like, if anybody's gonna get a match, it should be my boy Ben Bishop.
Should be Ben Bishop. You're
Shameless plug, by the way. I interviewed Ben Bishop last week on the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. Go check it out.
Go back and watch it.
I don't do a lot of interviews. This guy does a lot of interviews. It's not my thing, but when I do them, I try to make them special. So I think it was fun.
We had Jay Bougie, one half of the ETU Tag Team Champions, on this week. Him and PB Smooth. So yes, it's Kine. He's Caillou. He's Caillou. Kine. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get to the match of the night. The one that actually saved the 2 hours of this show.
Finally, something positive.
There were like 3 spots during this match where I was just like, holy moly. Like, what is Ethan Page, when he gets vicious, is great. That's why we love him so much. When he can be vicious, he can be comedy, he could be a face if he wanted to. There were 3 spots in this that I was counting that were that good. Literally that good.
I don't want to sit here and like put over Ethan Page even more than we already have, because we probably do it every episode. But seriously, it's a special run. And if you're a fan of NXT, I think you would agree. If you've been watching as long as we have, it's one of the better runs with that title. But Ali deserves some credit and love for this as well. We talk about how professional Ethan Page is. I've gotten to work with Mustafa Ali. He is a professional inside and outside the ring. And he just gets it too. He's just another one of those guys that you could put into really any spot and he's going to shine. Like you said, there's so many moments in this match itself where I actually thought it was over. Like, they had me a couple of times. I'm not going to lie.
That buckle spot where Ali went into the middle and knocked himself out, and I thought he was knocked out for a second. I'm like, that looked amazing. Like,
and him shooting through the ropes to go over the table, that was almost like Javon Evans. You know,
that feels like that feels like an NXT spot. Like every guy does the overshoots the table spot at NXT.
But it's always fun in NXT for some reason.
Yeah,
he's saying Page was phenomenal. 100% agree. How good when he's vicious. Like the time he was stomping Javon Evans' jaw. Yeah.
Listen, go back and look for, and I've told Kyle this, look for the match between Ethan Page and Darby Allin from Evolve, where Ethan Page broke Darby Allin's arm with a shovel, and he put him in a body bag, and when he hit the body bag with the shovel, he shattered. Do
you know his where arm. That was taking place at?
That was at La Boom in Queens. Okay. Yeah, that was here.
I was just making sure because I believe my co-host Tucky has seen an Ethan Page versus Darby Allin match at Evolve before.
Yes,
but
they had a feud that lasted.
It was in Crown Point.
Yeah, they had a feud that lasted years. Those two.
Oh, okay. So he probably did see one of the matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their feud was
crazy.
Legendary. Yeah,
it's like in your own backyard, you saw these guys before they were on TV, and now you can't go a Dynamite or an NXT without talking about Ethan Page or Darby Allin.
I went to an Evolve show before they kind of stopped running as well. My brother and I went to Deer Park, Long Island. Oh, there we go. Fish was at that. Okay. So I went to an Evolve show at Deer Park, and it was on the card, and I got to meet all these people. One was Joey Styles, so I got to meet him. Zack Sabre Jr., Drew McIntyre, Flip Gordon, Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
Who are the other guys? I'm trying to go through it in my head. Ethan Page. Oh man, there were so many, and they were all in one spot on this Evolve card, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Oh, Ciampa, like they were all. It was in Deer Park. It was like 2012, I think. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
So
those are memories you hold on to forever too.
I mean, to see those, Evolve had some amazing wrestlers on their shows. They really did. They had all that talent. Was Dom Guarini was Evolve. Rest in peace, Jaka was on there. The two guys, the Viking dudes.
You talking about the War Raiders?
No, the really big dude. He was there with Odin. So there was Odinson and what's his name?
I'm not sure. I have no idea what you're talking about. How high were you guys?
Where? At the show? Not with Sam?
I don't know.
No, not high at all. I had to drive to Deer Park from Hoboken, man. That took us like 3 hours to get out there that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was some show. I really Paro and Odinson.
Oh yeah.
The End or whatever they were called. They came out and they beat up all those guys, and Dom was there with Walter and Stokely Hathaway. And those were the days, man. But anyway, yeah. So Ethan Page, he is
Classic.
something like that. And Kind, by the way, it's a documentary also. There is a documentary, an Evolve documentary about that part where he broke Darby's arm. So if you take a look, just look online for that. I think Fish would know that.
Yeah, and it looks like Ethan Page is going to continue his stuff with L.E. Hilde Wagner Jr. So
which is
that
great.
Be fun. He's a great wrestler.
So did you gasp during that like foot tied up in Booker T's headset spot?
Yeah, that
where
was so creative too. Like you just don't see that much.
You never see guys get tangled up in the headsets.
No.
And for Ethan Pate to shove him off the top rope, and he took a flat back bump.
He didn't even land in anything. Yeah, he just went straight to the ground. He had to be 15 feet high.
When he went off, I in my head, because I was watching, it was going so fast. I'm like, "There's nothing there."
He was just flailing. I thought it was gonna be a crash pad, like it was COVID when they did it in the performance center, but no,
he hit the floor.
Dude, credit to Ali for obviously being a great challenger, but Ethan Page, man, special talent.
Yep.
Special.
And so then we go to the back, and Dr. Wagner Jr. is talking, and Lexus King says, "I was looking for a Dr. Wagner, and I couldn't find him anywhere in Mexico or something."
And then he also thought it was Tavion Heights.
Right.
Lexus King's hilarious. He's like got the R-Truth role now in NXT, which isn't a bad role.
No.
There are worse roles.
Yeah.
It took me a hot minute to realize it was a work. Was scared for Ali. Thought he was going to try to hit his move with the wire tangled. Such a creative spot. Loved it. Yeah, for sure.
I like that. That's how. As long as he didn't lose anything by losing to that way.
That was a good way of protecting him for sure. And we got a little tease of his old theme song too. His WWE theme song. We got a little bit of it.
By the way, that's the key. If you're gonna have these type of matches, also these
shenanigans.
Yeah, and do it right. This was such a good shenanigan that it didn't matter. Like everyone's like,
"Oh, or it ruins the finish." No,
right.
This enhances the finish.
Right. That was the kind of shenanigans I want. Not like not like the I bumped into the other guy and now you're holding my tights shenanigans.
The tribal chief ref bump spot, if you will.
Yeah. So after that we go and we get Zaruka and we get Blake Monroe, and I'm starting to salivate with Saul Ruka and Blake Monroe. It's great.
Give me some of that Cholula green, dog.
I have Now We're Cooking on my notes. I was like, this is going to be
no notes. Great. Yeah, no notes. That's the segment, guys. That's all we needed. Zaruka, Blake Monroe. There's too much talent.
It is perfect. I love how Blake now is in their ear. She's trying to break him up. She wants that North American title. We may see that,
Dude, I love the slow burn too with Zaruka. I'm glad they're not rushing it. I was worried they were just going to pull the trigger right away, but they're letting just like a friendship develop on screen, which is really fun.
Yeah, so we get from that and we get to the main event. Now, here's what I also thought was weird tonight. There wasn't a lot of in-between interactions. And that's what But that's what makes NXT special is that they're walking around, weird shit happens, people are behind them.
Parking lot,
Yeah. There was
Something
not one.
different.
You're telling me that you couldn't get Manson DeLander to have an argument with like somebody else and be like, what are you doing? Type of stuff with the culling. Let's say they like walk up to
Mance
the
go out in the parking lot and just start breaking windows of NXT superstars' cars and do a brawl between rosters during the break.
Yeah, there was nothing
like a
wrong
stadium stampede, if you will, from AEW.
Right. It's or have it go each break. Like have that match still going.
Yeah, during
have
the
guys still beating each other up during the commercials.
Yeah,
dude, I get the same thing. CW, that's just public television over here. We get the ads.
Yeah, we get ads too. Yeah, that's how it rolls.
He was already in the ring when they started, and the fact that the entrances were kind of rushed upset me. But I will say Santana's music is so hype that every time he comes out, I'm just he's my guy.
He stands out above the rest. I mean, Leon Slater does too, not because of his music, but more of the in-ring stuff. Loved Leon Slater pinning Javon Evans. I thought that was a nice wrinkle.
Yeah, but Santana is, as we've said, he's
their guy.
He's a TNA guy from when Impact was Impact. He's an AEW guy he's a founding member of AEW. He's back on the Indies. He's back in TNA. The guy is everything you want a wrestler to be, and you could not have a bigger star for them, to go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it goes.
Well, I mean, the writing's on the wall, right? He's taking that title.
Oh, I hope so. He's got to. That's going to be a big celebration, even though he should have done it this summer in New York.
But when's Bound for Glory? A couple weekends from now,
weeks,
right?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to watch that one. Or you're going to it, aren't you?
It's not here, no.
Oh, okay. I just assumed it was near you because I feel like you're at everything.
Yeah, last weekend.
You probably got an ETU. Yeah, there it is.
We had fun there. Yeah. So, but...
I swear to God, I wish I could go to more shows, but I got other shit going on. Like Pro Wrestling Ventures always runs the weekends I can't go.
So do I, dude. I try to. Fish. It's up in Boston. That's right. We could
ship it up to Boston.
We could go.
I've always wanted to go to Boston. I've heard good things.
I've been there a few times. We'd like to go do that.
I had an old friend that lives out there, but she hasn't talked to me.
Oh, it's Sunday. Oh, the pay-per-view is this Sunday already.
Wait. Huh? Is it really?
What is it? Bound for Glory?
There's no way it's Sunday, right?
Let's see.
That seems way too soon.
It is.
I think it's the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. I thought for some reason I thought
October 12th. It's this weekend.
Oh wow, he was right.
Yeah, in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay, so if that's the case, this was essentially used as the Bound for Glory Go
home show. Yeah, which no good either.
Yeah, then that makes the show look worse, in my opinion. No,
that's not how I wanted that ending to go. So.
Don't spend $10,000 to go see John Cena. It's not worth it. I promise.
To Washington D.C.
Yeah, it's not.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Come to New York. We'll go do something else.
We'll take you to an indie. If you're really gonna come in, we'll take you to an indie.
We'll go to ETU. Don't do the others. ETU's running in December. I think the same weekend or that same thing. So
I'm still waiting for you to invite me to one of your AIW adventures.
I haven't been able to go yet. I'm going to try to get out there for Black Friday, but I'm not sure yet. So depending on the
I don't live far away.
So I will let you know, but we will meet at an AIW show one time and do a weekend. So anyway, let's get to the main event and let's talk about some of this stuff, which first of all, I didn't
It's only 1.2K. Yeah, that's not terrible if you want to do all that stuff. To be honest with you, I've never had the urge to visit Washington, D.C., and I'm from the States and never seen it.
My brother went with the kids 2 years ago. They did the whole tour, and we want to take my daughter too. It's such a pain in the ass. Last time I was there, it was Rangers Capitals and Devils Capitals. My buddy and I went down there by train, and that was fun.
I'm also just not a big hoorah America guy. Like, I don't hate the country. I'm not sitting here. I'm saying
no, but it's more for dude. It's more for when you get some of those museums. They have some of the coolest stuff in there. Like, you just go, wow.
Museums aren't for me, brother.
Oh, sometimes.
I mean, if you give me a couple of vitamins beforehand, I'll
when you get older, when you get to be
older, I'm already old.
You'll appreciate it. Not like Kind.
I'm in my 30s. Yeah, he's a kid.
He could still come here and enjoy it. So, all right. So let's talk about.
If you want to do it, do it. Nobody's telling you no.
If you're down there in December, I might even that's like a 3.5 hour drive. I might be able to make that drive and see him.
He has made drives like that before. Trust me.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Yeah. So let's talk about the main event. Some of these eliminations, I was like, what is happening? I thought the crowd was dead dead for this match. Dead.
I wish we had a chance to talk to Najee this week because I would wonder why they were so dead for that main event.
So, but we can ask him next week.
We'll ask him next week. Yeah, which, by the way, spoiler alert, NXT with Najee, he has a great show that he's been doing interviews with NXT and Evolved Talent. He's going to come on this show. He's always at the NXT shows live, so we're going to kind of hear what it was like to be there this week.
Mm-hmm. So, Kaz putting Miles Bourne down first so quickly was concerning at first.
Weird.
I was like, what is this? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. And
what's the point of even putting Miles Bourne in the match if you're just going to do him dirty like that?
Exactly. Why'd they even wrestle for the spot in the match? And
give that to Lexis King.
Yeah, 100%. You want that spot to go down? You do it to Lexis King, but here's the other thing.
Make him look like a joke.
They had like 35 minutes. Why did they have to eliminate him so quickly? It didn't make any sense. Agenting-wise, if you're agenting that match, it didn't make that much sense to me. Why do you have to go out so fast?
I don't know either. I wish I had something good to say.
But if you're just going to have Trick walk off, why did you need to get rid of Miles Bourne so quick? So I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I didn't get the young OG.
That's not a connect. Yeah.
I didn't get the young OG being eliminated. That should have felt so much bigger. By the way, it should have felt so much bigger.
It would have felt bigger if that pin happens in TNA, but I don't think the NXT crowd really saw it coming, so they were just shocked at that point and didn't know how to react to it. But Leon Slater pinning Javon Evans, it makes sense. They're both kind of like on the same path in different companies.
I just think it should have meant more. I
think it did mean something. I do. It just didn't come off that way because the crowd didn't react to it.
So then it didn't mean anything. That's what I'm saying. Like the crowd has to be the one.
So you're going to blame the 300 people every week? This is why this didn't work in NXT?
Well, yeah, that's why wrestling doesn't work. When the crowd is not in it, it doesn't work. When the crowd's in it, it does work. It
worked for me watching on screen.
Yeah, all right.
I'm just saying. I think there's people out there and be like, "Oh yeah, that's a big moment."
But then I got very nervous when Trick bailed. I was like, "Don't tell me that the NXT champ is going to eliminate everybody." No,
I thought you thought.
I didn't want it to be like a John Cena spot where he eliminates everybody.
Oh, same. Yeah, it's just like, hey, this is our champion. He ran through your whole roster.
Right. That's what I didn't want. I was like, please don't do that. And I was happy about that. That they didn't do that.
Yeah, see, kind of agrees with me. It was a cool way to go, though. It had a 5-minute spree of going crazy. Then Leon puts him out in his place.
Mm-hmm. In general, and I didn't get the Trick leaving Ricky Saints in there. I'm not.
Trick's still their champion, right? TNA.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's their champ.
He didn't wear it to the ring, right?
No, he did.
Oh, he did? All right, yeah. I just missed that part.
He wears because the jersey was tucked into it, so it was all gold and black.
That's the logic on why he abandoned Team NXT, because he's the TNA champion. That's what they're going to say.
I think it was him bailing
on
Ricky, not on, because that's the next feud, I think, once he loses the belt.
Why do we always just have to go back to Trick Williams? Why can't we just send Trick up to the main roster, reunite him with Mello, have some fun up there, and then he can go back into his single stuff?
You know what else was disappointing tonight? When Trick left, they should have had Oba come in and fill the spot, and then and start clearing house.
Yeah. Then again, it wouldn't have been fair if you just had somebody completely fresh come in and take someone's spot.
Well, instead you had a slow as molasses Moose. You had Santana in there, and
Santana looked great. Santana is great. Moose, yeah.
He looked like he was running in hummus. Yeah. Like, what's happening, Moose?
That's why the chants are so slow, because that's how he moves. Moose.
It used to be so much like Moose. His ROH stuff was so good when he was.
Hey, shout out to his interview with Tim Vicious.
Yeah, he did do that. How Tim Vicious nailed that was amazing.
He did a great interview with him.
Trick missed seeing Ricky get pulled down, started fighting, didn't tag out. Ricky tags in, Trick out. Well, I guess.
Surface level stuff there, not really much to it.
Yeah.
I think is what Jay Gold's getting at. It's just kind of lazy.
Yeah, it felt lazy. The booking felt lazy. And to have TNA...
The show felt lazy.
Yeah. And to have TNA, even the ending with Ava and Santino, and she goes, well, I'm glad that we're friends again. It felt very strange, didn't it?
Oh, well, here's a battle royal to determine the next number one contender. We're just going to keep holding hands and sunshine and rainbows. Remember when it was almost an invasion and then it turned into a showdown that ended in a tie and now we're all friends?
It was the friends we made along the way during the invasion.
We need a big follow-up to this, or just something. Because
I need Mance versus Miles Bourne, and Mance cuts him open with like a pizza, or a cheese
Might as
grater.
well get Nick Gage involved too. Then if you're gonna get a pizza cutter.
No, I want Mance to represent TNA and come in there and deal with things. So
let's get a real invasion. Get GCW invading.
By the way, what the hell?
Whoa, that's your own. That's your own co-host, right there.
I am the furthest. I am a double duty. I am furthest thing from lazy.
Hey, I put Jay Gold in the top 3 hardest workers in the Main Event Wrestling Network. I'm just saying.
Top 3, baby.
That's
3. Right.
Actually, no, top 4. I'm not putting you ahead of Tino. Sorry.
No,
I forgot about Tino. Yeah.
No,
I don't even put myself ahead of Tino.
No, I get it. Tino definitely is the Iron Man. He does his thing. But God damn it, Butters, you got to come on at 11 o'clock and give me shit.
Kind, you're right. I do think this is, I totally agree with what you're saying. I do think this is leading to something bigger. What that bigger is, I don't know.
Well, you know how I know it's not going to be as big? Next week, you've already moved on to where you're going to start showcasing AAA. So you have,
Oh, yeah. And Great Brown Hope called that, by the way. He said, watch out. AAA is going to start making their way into these stories.
By the way, see what Kine did? He said, Jay Goat, Kine is the man.
We're not making that T-shirt, by the way.
But he's my biggest fan. I love the guy.
Taker in the network.
I can't. I don't have anyone else like him. It's great. No, Tino, we didn't forget you. We love you.
Tino, are you live right now reacting to the night shift? That should be a thing. Join Tino live as he
streams the night shift. Yeah. Yes,
wow,
that's my name, Tino. Jesus.
Oh, Kine, I like this idea for a match. Yes.
Wait,
Mr.
can I go back?
Lexus King.
Can I go back, Tino? That's my name.
To be fair, sometimes I forget you have an actual name.
What'd you think it was? That's the real question. I'd love to know what you really.
Maybe you just thought it was Jay, like Jay Briscoe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You could have just been Jay.
I don't look like a Josh.
You do not look like a Josh. So I actually agree with the chat on this one. When I found out your name was Josh, I'm like, you don't give me Josh vibes.
What?
Josh is usually cooler.
What the hell? I don't even know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's like a Jewish name? What's like a
Jugol? Come on.
I would say we're gonna get canceled, but it's my own network, so we can say whatever we want.
Even going on. Why am I gonna get taxed for my name?
You do look like a John, yeah, like a classic.
I told you I was supposed to be named Jonathan. My dad's cousin said you can't name him Jonathan because we have a son named Jonathan, and we're not allowed to all have you're not allowed to be named after someone who's living. You can't have the same thing. So my mom said, okay, we'll name him Josh. And then he went ahead and named his next son Josh. So now we have 2 Joshes. They screwed us. Anyway.
That is fair. We could have named you Amos or Amos. I'm looking up all these.
Sure.
I'm looking up all these Jewish things.
That's not a Jew.
I don't know. There's no way that's a Jewish name.
That's not it.
I was thinking of Adrian Amos, the safety that played in the NFL.
It's definitely not one of them. Anyway.
See, he was even trying to figure out who you were in the fantasy league.
I am cool, though. I am.
He's a cool dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes his daughter to independent wrestling shows.
That's right.
Many other dads do that.
And Comic-Con this weekend, if anybody's around.
Nerd!
At New York City Comic-Con, I will be there. And the AEW has a bunch of guys doing photos that day, so we'll do that.
Breaking news! Jay Gold goes to Comic-Con this weekend. Stay tuned for the vlog.
Year 14, and yes, there is always stuff, so I definitely will film this year.
You should have some content.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Speaking of content, the Main Event Wrestling Network, guys, is doing great things. So you see that QR code right above me right there. That's going to take you to all of the Main Event socials, whether that be Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. We are everywhere. Main Event moves are happening every single week. And if you love what we're doing here at the Night Shift, subscribe. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. We hit 200 a couple weeks ago. And the only way we're going to get to 300, Jay Gold, is by people like Kine being a friend and telling a friend about the Main Event Wrestling.
Kine's my favorite fan now. And
you'll turn on him soon. Don't worry.
By the way, as we said, you're going to be there Friday, Fish? How come you're going Friday? You got to work. I got to go. I go Saturdays. Anyway, here's the thing. If we get to 300 by the new Tino's
reacting to the vlog, yeah.
So if we get to 300, Stan is going to give somebody a cameo. So if you like Stan from Burlington and you want a cameo, plus all the other crap we're going to give away, get us there. Let's go. We'll get to 300. We'll keep rolling and tell a friend. And that's that. So,
well, also I want to tell a friend, Tino, that the Crown Jewel starts at 7 our time. So if you're waking up at 6,
that's 8 a.m. my time. Yeah,
8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. So Tino, I know you're in Central. Why are you waking up at 6, brother? Unless
Maybe he
you're
wants
doing
to do-
predictions.
I was
Unless
saying
you're
maybe he
doing
wants to do predictions. Yeah.
Well, I offered anybody could run a mixer, but it didn't seem like anybody wanted to do one. So no mixer this weekend.
That show's
to be
gonna
fair,
suck.
Crown Jewel, yeah, it
Right.
sucks. That's why
for
I'm
this
really
Tina
not
AJ
pushing
Styles
for it.
match.
Yes, that's the only thing I care about this weekend.
Like I saw them say they're doing Io and Rhea versus Asuka and what's her name?
I've liked that
Kyrie.
story on
Yes.
the main roster.
Yeah.
That's been good. Raw was actually good last night. I will say that. I know I've
wasn't
been
bad.
negative. Raw actually turned a corner. SmackDown, on the other hand, still the worst show on WWE television.
You think? It always was so good because it was only 2 hours. It was always so good they had to do that.
Tino, it was just you and the Great Brown Hope, and no offense, we're not running it with 2 people. And the Great Brown Hope would have, and the Great Brown Hope would have had to given up at 5 a.m. So it's not happening.
No, kind of can't be. It kind of can't be 3 p.m. if it's 8 a.m. here in the East, and you're in across the pond. It's 5 hours, so it's like it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon your time over there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the conversions to where he lives.
He's in England.
Yeah, but
That's
I don't
5
know where
hours.
in England.
It doesn't matter. It's still 5 hours from me. It's
They don't
6
have
hours
different
from
time
you.
zones there?
Yes, just one time zone, right across.
That's weird. We have like 5.
Yeah, we do. We have 4.
I hate how much we have here in the States, to be honest with you.
It's a big country, my friend, where you don't want to visit the capital. So
yeah. And another thing, Tino, like you could take a week off. It's okay. Sometimes all that content's not good. It ruins the algorithm a little bit. That's what I've heard. You don't want to have too much content. Like the people that do daily podcasts, man, it's a grind. I don't know how they do it.
I don't know
shout
how
out
you do
to
it
you.
daily.
Shout out to it's the wrestling junkies. They're the only ones I know that every single day are talking wrestling.
And I feel like Mr. Cincinnati is like a busy guy. I don't know how he squeezes it in.
It's crazy.
He does it.
Like, guys, you can have off days. Off days should be encouraged more, I think, in the content creation world.
Yeah.
And now we're just talking about randomness, so I think we should get
Anyway,
the hell out of here.
yes. So anyway, listen to the Indie Wrestling Guide on Thursday. We have Jay Bougie, as I said, one half of the ETU Atlantic Division Tag Team Champions. Jay Bougie and PB Smooth are their champs. Jay Bougie's awesome. He's a House of Glory guy. He's an ETU guy. He was trained by Johnny Rods. So check him out. We have a good time with him. And it was just me and Butters. Jayhawk's internet crapped out the second we went live. So come check it out.
Jayhawk's got that Tino internet apparently not working over there. That's unfortunate. I will be checking it out. You know this now, but I am a weekly listener of the Indie Wrestling Guide. I try to keep up with everything here at the Main Event Wrestling Network because we're doing some fun things. I would say we are doing some fun things on Thursday, but I guess we're just talking Crown Jewel. Not that exciting. I was hoping something exciting would happen on Showdown that Ian and I could really get into, but I'll tell you what, Thursday's OTM episode might be a short one, but it also might be fun because sometimes that's when great content comes.
I wish there was more for you from tonight. I knew you were super amped for it, so I'm very sad.
I was, and that's why I
disappointed.
wish I could have brought more to this show. I didn't really bring the usual me because
next week we'll come back and give you more of the.
They killed me.
Yeah, it was a rough night. So anyway,
let's get out of here.
Time
Thanks
to
for
punch
joining us,
out,
guys.
Yep. See you all next week.
See ya.
See you.